Exodus 4. I continue walking. The desert is quiet, but Moses' mind is loud. God has spoken from the burning bush. He has revealed his name, heard Israel's cries, and commanded Moses to return to Egypt. Deliverance is coming. But Moses is still staring at himself instead of the one who called him. What if they don't believe me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to me? God asks, "What is that in your hand?" Moses looks down, a staff. Nothing royal, nothing built for war, only a shepherd's weathered stick. Throw it on the ground. Moses releases it, and the staff becomes a snake. Moses runs from it. God tells the frightened Moses to take it by the tail. That is not where a careful man grabs a snake. Moses obeys, and the serpent becomes a staff again. Obedience placed an ordinary object inside God's purpose. That staff will soon confront kings, divide a sea, and strike water from stone. God tells Moses to put his hand inside his cloak. When he pulls it out, the skin is diseased, white as snow. God tells him to place it inside again. Moses obeys, and the hand returns completely restored. If Israel rejects both signs, Moses must take water from the Nile and pour it on the dry ground. The water will become blood. The river Egypt worships cannot save Egypt from the God who created water. Creation is not the creator. Lord, I have never been eloquent. I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. God answers, "Who made the human mouth? Who makes one unable to speak or hear? Who gives sight or makes blind? Is it not I, the Lord?" Then comes the promise. "Now go, I will be with your mouth and teach you what to say." Moses is not being asked to become naturally fearless. He is being asked to go with God. Still, Moses begs, "Please send someone else." The Lord's anger burns. Grace does not mean God approves of every excuse. Patience should never be mistaken for permission to disobey. Yet even in anger, God provides help. Aaron is already coming. He can speak well. Moses will give him God's words, and God will teach them what to do. Aaron will speak for Moses, but Moses must still carry the calling. Help does not erase responsibility. Moses returns to Jethro and asks permission to go back to Egypt. God assures Moses that the men who wanted to kill him are dead. The past no longer owns the road ahead. Moses takes his family and begins traveling toward the land he once fled. In his hand is the staff of God. He left Egypt as a wanted man. He returns as a sent man. God warns him that Pharaoh will resist and harden his heart. Egypt built its wealth upon Israel's pain, and power rarely releases its captives willingly. God gives Moses the message: "Israel is my son, my firstborn. Let my son go, that he may serve me. If you refuse, I will strike your firstborn son." Pharaoh believes Israel belongs to him. God declares otherwise. The slave Pharaoh counts as property or children claimed by heaven. Then the journey turns strange and severe. At a lodging place, the Lord confronts Moses with death. Zipporah takes a flint knife, circumcises her son, and touches Moses with the foreskin. Only then does the danger pass. The passage is brief, but the warning is enormous. Moses cannot demand covenant obedience from Pharaoh while neglecting covenant obedience inside his own house. Messenger is not above the message. Public calling does not excuse private disobedience. Before Moses represents the covenant, his household must bear its sign. The rescue mission begins with obedience close to home. Meanwhile, God tells Aaron, "Go into the wilderness to meet Moses." Aaron finds his brother at the mountain of God and kisses him. They stand together where Moses believed this story had ended. Moses tells Aaron everything and shows him the signs. They travel to Egypt and gather Israel's elders. Aaron speaks the words, Moses performs the signs, and the people believe. Moses' question, "What if they don't believe me?" is answered. They believe. Then they hear that the Lord has visited his people and seen their suffering. They bow their heads, they worship. Their chains have not fallen. Pharaoh has not surrendered. The plagues have not begun. The sea has not opened. But worship rises before circumstances change. They worship because God has seen them. Hope begins before the prison opens. It begins when the prisoner learns heaven has not forgotten his name. I keep walking and look at Moses. He has a staff in his hand, fear in his chest, Aaron beside him, and God ahead. He does not yet look like a deliverer, but God does not call finished people. He calls them forward. The staff is still wood until obedience releases it. The mouth is still hesitant until God fills it. The road is still frightening until faith takes the next step. Moses asked God to send someone else. God sent Moses and promised he would not walk alone. I continue walking.